So this is an actual 5G cell site location here in the East Village. You can see that the 5G site is sort of a small rectangle on top of a longer vertical rectangle, and there are other 4G sites around it. The 5G T-Mobile site allows sort of this high band millimeter wave to kind of cast a spectrum down, and you're able to access these higher speeds if you're in the vicinity around it. So what is 5G anyway? It's the next generation, or G, of cellular service. 2G was more focused on text messaging. 3G was sort of the boom of apps. 4G introduced faster speeds so it could handle Uber or FaceTime. Now 5G is supposed to be 10 times as fast, and it'll be able to support self-driving cars, robotic surgeries, even toothbrushes that can tell you when you're sick. T-Mobile's 5G network is only in a few cities for now, but it has an aggressive plan to roll out to the rest of the country by next year. AT&T, CNN's parent company, is more focused on helping businesses. And Verizon is all about speed. But I quickly noticed staying on its 5G network was a challenge. Sprint had the most seamless coverage, giving me a glimpse into what life with 5G can really look like. But it also had slower speeds than some of the other providers. You can see how close we are to the 5G cell site right there in the building above the Starbucks. But I can't even get on the network. I'm just only a couple hundred feet away. Oh wait, okay, I got it. We did a test on T-Mobile's 4G and 5G connections in the park. The 5G network was significantly faster, but it didn't quite hit the high speeds I saw on other networks. So I'm getting really great 5G service right here at the Starbucks, and the 5G cell site is right above me, but let's see what happens if I go inside. And there we go, it just dropped just now. Some people might think that they're already using 5G. On my phone, actually, it says 5GE, which stands for 5G Evolution. You're using a much faster network, but you're not actually using 5G. That's actually because you need one of these phones. This is a Samsung 5G phone. It costs $1,300. There are other options on the market too. LG has one that's almost $1,000, but that's still really expensive for a network that might not work that great for you, and you might not even have access to it. So the hype for 5G is high, and for good reason. There's so many different applications that's really going to change probably the way we live. But for now, service is super spotty, it's really limited, it's expensive, and it's going to take so long for these companies to truly put the equipment in all the different buildings and the lampposts across the country. So you might just want to sit tight and wait for them to work out the kinks.
Breaking news, more suspected missile launches by North Korea. Just this morning, President Trump downplayed North Korea's recent string of launches and told reporters he's received another, quote, very beautiful letter from Kim Jong-un. Let's bring in CNN national security reporter Kylie Atwood. Kylie, what's the latest?
Yeah, so tonight, North Korea has indeed launched some more ballistic missiles, a U.S. official confirming that to CNN. And this comes after they've continued to do this over the past few weeks. It's kind of a pattern that we're seeing here. 4 missiles were launched in less than 2 weeks before what we saw today. So why is North Korea continuing to do this? They got President Trump to the negotiating table, and now they're pushing the U.S. away. Of course, one reason that they're doing it is because the U.S. and South Korea are continuing their joint military exercises. We know that North Korea is frustrated and also intimidated by those exercises. But a source close with the U.S.-North Korea relationship also explained to me that the U.S. believes that North Korea could actually be carrying out these missile tests before they come back to the table with the U.S. And that's because Kim Jong-un said that North Korea would be working on mass production of its missile program, but they haven't perfected that program yet. So if they're going to sit down and discuss getting rid of their nuclear program, they want to have their missile program perfected, and that's what they're working on now. And
the president is very proud of his relationship with Kim Jong-un. He just walked onto North Korean soil earlier this year. He was talking about this with reporters earlier today. What's his response to all of this?
Well, we haven't heard anything officially from the White House tonight after this breaking news, but today President Trump was telling reporters about a letter he just received yesterday from Kim Jong-un. It's a 3-page letter, and he described it when he spoke with reporters at the White House. Let's take a listen.
I think we'll have another meeting. He really wrote a beautiful 3-page I mean, right from top to bottom, a really beautiful letter. And maybe I'll release the results of the letter, but it was a very positive.
So he's saying it's a positive letter from the North Koreans, but he's taking out some of his frustration in this ongoing situation with the South Koreans, who are the traditional U.S. ally here. A source at the White House explaining to me that Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with South Korea as these missiles have been launched, and that's growing a tension between the two countries.